Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I would love for every girl who ever hit my subscribe button to know that I love you so much. I love you dearly from the bottom of my heart. Because when you could be on anybody else's YouTube channel subscribing to their Descendants and Zombies videos, you've taken a chance on me. And because you have taken a chance on me and because it means so much to me and you make this YouTube channel that much more stronger and give me initiative to create these videos and incentive, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to yours, from my heart to yours, very much. Because I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I know how it goes. There are a lot of guys who sit behind their podcast microphone every night and they critique Descendants and Zombies in a way that you don't want anything to do with or don't even want to hear it. Because all they ever do is say the negative about Descendants and Zombies, and they create what I refer to as a very negative vibe. And how many of you get up every day of your life and you're faced with a negative vibe from your boyfriend, from your friend who probably is jealous over something you accomplished today because you may have achieved their dream and they never necessarily did that. But what they fail to realize is that tomorrow is another opportunity for you to achieve that dream, and I never ever wanted to take that away from anybody because I've been faced with my fair share of criticism. And I've received a lot of criticism. You know, years ago, I was one of the biggest Hannah Montana supporters out there. I loved Hannah Montana. I loved Miley Cyrus. I love that she's considering doing something to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana. I am too, because I was the biggest Hannah Montana fan. I love the music. I love the show. I love the messages behind every single episode. If there were 100 episodes of Hannah Montana, I loved every single one of them. If there were 3 High School Musical movies, I watched them 100 times over, and that is individually, not just one specific High School Musical number. I watched it because of the music. I loved how Zac Efron and Ashley Tisdale and Vanessa Hudgens lit up the screen, both on Disney Channel and for the big screen, because October 2008 was a year that I will never ever forget. I was there for the premiere of Lemonade Mouth in 2011 for songs like Someday. That was a beautiful song written by Bridget Mendler, and she went on to achieve so much out of life. She was, of course, the CEO of a space station with her husband. Because of the success of that, she got the opportunity to release her own album by 2011. I was there for that. I was there for the rise to superstardom of Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, who unfortunately cracked under pressure, but it's nice to see Demi is posting videos again. Every aspect of Disney, every part of the Disney revolution, I was a part of, and to be a part of this is the greatest honor that I've ever had bestowed upon me. So having the opportunity to review the Worlds Collide Tour after having seen it on YouTube just several nights ago was one of the greatest honors I've ever been bestowed upon me. But the thing is, I think meeting each and every one of you is an honor and an experience that I will never ever forget, and I honestly mean that, because you helped me make sense of everything in my life. I know how it goes. You know, girls out there don't feel as if they really have a purpose in this lifetime. But, you know, in all honesty, I think girls are the strongest force in this world and something to be very afraid of. Because girls are just so strong, they are so fearless, and they don't care what anybody thinks of them. They're going to achieve their dreams no matter what. And that's why we see so many incredible people becoming stronger now because of Descendants and Zombies. And that's all I've ever wanted to instill in the minds of anybody. I mean, how many of you watched that Worlds Collide Tour, attended it in person live, or watched it on YouTube, and felt stronger after attending it because you could say that you were the cool one? You went to school the next day, you said, I attended the Worlds Collide Tour. Where were you? I attended the Worlds Collide Tour, and I experienced firsthand how much of an impact this has had on my life and will forever leave an imprint on my heart because of the songs Life is Sweeter When You Are, Someday, This Is Going to Be My Year, Legends in the Making. So many powerful songs, and not only powerful songs from the Descendants and Zombies franchise were looked at, but we also got to look into the life of Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky for their songs Gold Is Gone, Goodie Bag, Denim. I really appreciated the Hannah Montana vibe that we got from Kylie Cantrell, and I've often made the comparison between Kylie Cantrell and Hannah Montana because I was the biggest Hannah Montana fan out there. If there was one guy who had a crush on Hannah Montana, it was this guy here, and I was never more proud to sit in a movie theater with 500 girls on a night that I saw the Hannah Montana premiere. I was the only guy in the theater. I walked in like I was $1 million, and I had a leather jacket on. I removed my leather jacket, sat next to a bunch of girls, and I loved every moment of it, and I have never looked back since. I've been a part of everything, and this is the greatest honor that I've ever had the opportunity to cover. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because 10 years ago I was uploading videos on YouTube, and I didn't think anyone was going to watch my channel, watch my videos, and every little girl who subscribes to this YouTube channel means so much to me. The way a YouTube channel works is when you affect the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm will push your videos further out there. So for every 100 views a video gets, if you go from 1 to 100 views in a few days after uploading your video makes it out to the YouTube recommendation system for every like and every view a video gets. And for those who are fortunate enough to be monetized, which I hope to be one day, although I don't care about the money, you will be paid for your views. So you affect the algorithm, your YouTube channel gets recommended, and it's a whole lot of fun. And one of the greatest honors I've ever had bestowed upon me is having the honor to engage and meet each and every one of you. So what happens is it's like going to a gym, and if you use the ab machine enough, obviously you're going to get stronger and you're going to develop six-pack abs. So the more you hit the subscribe button and the more you hit the like button, you benefit this YouTube channel in the long run, because there is some girl out there that can't make sense of her own life. There is some girl out there that needs probably a little extra boost of morality that she got from Descendants and Zombies, attending the Worlds Collide tour or watching it on YouTube. Probably wished she had the opportunity to attend it. I know there are a couple of people who have been leaving comments on my YouTube channel about how they didn't have the money to attend the Worlds Collide tour, so they were very thankful for the opportunity to have watched it on YouTube, I myself included, because I'm from Canada and I didn't get a chance to attend any of the United States states for the Worlds Collide tour, but it was just as fun for me watching the 2-hour production on YouTube. I had anticipated this was going to be 3 hours. I guess if you would have included the Q&A with Mila Baker and Kylie Cantrell and all the stars of the Descendants and Zombies franchises like Freya Sky, you would have had a third hour for the Q&A because they had to allow time. But for the 2 hours, it was really spectacular. I just wish there were more pyro for the Worlds Collide tour, and I just want to put this out there, that if you guys get me in as the writer and producer of the next Zombies Descendants Worlds Collide tour, there's going to be a lot of pyro and a lot of stuff is going to blow up. Shit's really going to hit the fan, because I'm going to go above and beyond the requirements of a writer and producer to really blow this one out of proportion. I'm going to blow the bejesus out of the Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide tour, because it's been meant to happen for a very long time. You know, you shouldn't have to sit here on YouTube and wait a full year for Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, or a full year for the next Zombies movie, the next chapter, Zombies 5, whatever the title is, by the time we get to Zombies 5. Because the really cool thing about these movies are there are people who watched these movies when they were 8 years old, and now they are teenagers. Some of you are adults, and you're just as excited about the next chapter of Descendants as you were the original Descendants movies back in 2015. I remember watching the red carpet premiere with Kylie Cantrell, Ruby Rose Turner, and being blown away for the Rise of Red premiere in 2024, and then the original Descendants premieres all the way back in 2015 because of the gowns like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson had worn. I think I was a part of everything that had anything to do with Descendants. And the PR that this franchise received was unbelievable. Dove Cameron was appearing on runways. She was a judge for a lot of competitions. She was on Live with Kelly. She was on every TV show, The View, even promoting this. And that just goes to show how far Descendants' reach has been. Not only the reach for PR, but also the reach for so many different age demographics. It's not one specific age demographic this is targeting. I noticed in the crowd, the engagement level was at an all-time high. And the way the stars were interacting with the children that were in the crowd was incredible. Every fan felt as if they were a part of the Descendants and Zombies franchise on that night. If there was one night of your life where you felt special and you felt important, it was because of the Worlds Collide tour, and that's what it gave you. You may have spent hundreds of dollars traveling from afar to catch the Worlds Collide tour, but even though you spent hundreds of dollars traveling from afar to see this, I think every parent had something to be proud of that night, because you made your child's dreams come true. And I want to say this to every parent out there who made every child's dream come true. You have every reason to be proud of yourself and to be forever thankful for the impact that you have had on your child's life. Not just the Descendants and Zombies franchises as a whole, but just because you gave them the honor of having the opportunity to attend this. Let me just say this. I don't have any children of my own, but if I had children of my own, if I had a little girl who loved Descendants and Zombies more than her own life, I would go above and beyond the requirements of a parent to make sure that she had the most immersive experience when it came to Descendants and Zombies, because all I ever wanted was to have a little girl of my own, just to have her look me in the eyes and tell me that she loved me. And I never had the opportunity to do that. I wanted that more than anything else in the world. No girl that I was ever with in a relationship ever wanted to give me a child of my own. And I sit here today with over 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, and I feel so honored. You've got to believe me. There are nights I look at the numbers for this YouTube channel. I'm going up by 1,000 views per day, and that's just channel views. That's not subscribers. That's not people hitting the like button. You will never know how much a like or a subscriber means to me on this YouTube channel. If I wake up tomorrow morning with just 3 subscribers from this video and 500 views, I will forever be thankful for each and every single person who ever hit my subscribe or my like button, because you don't have to hit my like or subscribe button, but you do. And because you hit my subscribe button, you boost my subscriber count from 2,747 subscribers all the way to 2,750 and beyond. It's amazing to me how these YouTube channels about Descendants and Zombies have 15, 20, 25,000 subscribers accumulated. It's just AI, and it's pretty much fake nonsense. So it's really cool when a girl actually knows what she wants. And I think that a girl is smarter than she's ever given credit for, because she clicks the subscribe button for this YouTube channel. She comments in the video, and she shares her story from having experience with Descendants and Zombies that she wants to share with the world and let me know about it. It's a huge honor. It's a huge honor as dust settles in on my life tonight to know that I can talk about Descendants and Zombies anytime I want on this YouTube channel. I think the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Tour, Zombies Descendants, whatever you want to call it, you want to reverse the two, was a phenomenal 5-star production that everybody is still talking about, going to be talking about for years to come. I think we will see a sequel to this tour, and I just want to put that out there. We're seeing sequel after sequel for Descendants and Zombies, and I know a lot of critics out there are becoming very annoyed about the titles, the way the plot, the direction of it is going and is headed, but it's what teenagers love. It's what kids love. So why are you taking that away from them? You so desperately want to scratch the surface of taking it away from them, and scratch the surface and break through to the impossible. It is impossible, yes, but it's impossible for this to ever end when so many people love it so much. Why would you want to take something away from somebody, whatever age demographic you're talking about, and put a damper on their hopes? Well, that's all they ever wanted to live for, was Descendants or Zombies. For these kids, for these teenagers, it's Descendants, Zombies, or die. And for me, it's become a part of my life, because I have the honor of being able to sit behind this podcast microphone and talk about how much I love Freya Skye and how much I think she has a prominent future with the Disney company and the Descendants Zombies franchise. She has never been more excited in her life. I got that from when she addressed the fans during the performance of Gold Is Gone. She said she will never forget this moment and will forever cherish the moment she had with the fans on stage. And for me, that was a punch in my heart. And I'll tell you why it was a punch in my heart, because nobody goes out of their way to say this. Kylie Cantrell opened up the Worlds Collide Tour off the introductions of the stars and her friends, and she said that there was no better honor, no bigger honor that she could have been given, more grateful of an honor than to be able to stand on that stage and perform in front of thousands of people. The tour kicked off in San Diego. Within hours, somebody had a video uploaded. I'm not even sure if it's legal or not, but they got a video uploaded and got thousands of views. I can only wish that my videos would accumulate that many views. But I noticed the connection that the stars had with the fans, especially Kylie Cantrell and Freya Skye, and I have so much respect for you girls, because you are going to make the Descendants and Zombies franchise stand out for years to come, and I would go for you singing your favorite Descendants and Zombies songs when you're 40 years old, because I'll probably be talking about this when I'm 65 or beyond. I'll probably be 100 years old talking about Descendants or Zombies, because I know how much of a profound impact and imprint it's had on your lives and the imprint it's left on your heart. And I haven't looked back since. Basically, what happened with me is I was searching for topics. I was searching for a niche to have fallen in love with. And I know now more than I ever have in my entire life and my entire existence that these Descendants and Zombies fans will never quit on you. This never say die attitude from Descendants and Zombies has to be the strongest force in the world. And I think that if every podcast that has ever talked about Descendants or Zombies actually sat back and realized just how much of a profound impact it's had on all of our lives, I think they would be able to make more sense of it and probably give you better reviews on YouTube, which is a long way away from happening. The reviews you're seeing are a far cry from what I wish you were seeing on YouTube. You know, I go above and beyond the requirements of a YouTube creator, and I upload 3 or 4 videos per day. Today I went to the Fantastic Four First Steps premiere, and that's why these videos are a bit laid back, and these videos are a bit later. But I always go out of my way to create videos for each and every one of you, because I attend a lot of red carpet premieres, and I review a lot of stuff that a lot of people should feel more fortunate to review, because a lot of people are just going to review the Worlds Collide Tour in a way that you don't want to hear it, the way that you don't want to have anything to do with it. And you've chosen, for some unbelievable reason, you have chosen this YouTube channel time and time again over anybody else's YouTube channel that devotes he or she's time to having talked about Descendants and Zombies. It's an incredible honor when a girl goes out of her way to hit the subscribe button for me. And I know I say a lot of crazy things about how I want to dangle from the propellers of a helicopter having shot thousands of zombies. Win the heart of Meg Donnelly, who I just want to say Meg Donnelly has the most beautiful heart I think that a star has ever had, that's ever had the honor of working for the Disney company, because she's just there for her fans. So is Ruby Rose Turner. Ruby Rose Turner is always there for her fans. It's beyond me why she wasn't a part of the Worlds Collide Tour, and I was heartbroken over that announcement that Ruby was parting ways with the Descendants franchise. I didn't want to see Ruby go, and I cried for weeks after weeks. I was crying about Ruby, and I just want to put it out there. I don't know where Ruby is in the world tonight, but I hope she hears my voice, because I think she has a very unbelievable future ahead for her because of just how much she has to offer the Descendants franchise, how much she had to offer, how much she still has to offer the Descendants franchise. And if you girls would hit my subscribe button, I'll get Ruby back. I'll get Dove Cameron back, because I'll pay her what she wants and I'll make her happy, because I think happiness needs to be given to these Descendant stars more than it's ever been given. They can't say what they want. They don't have creative freedom. They're almost afraid to say stuff on TikTok videos to you guys. They're not allowed to take pictures to give away stuff for the upcoming movies and the projects like the Worlds Collide Tour. I wish more, stuff would be posted on social media, and they would have done a better job with the graphics. That's the only fault I saw with the Worlds Collide Tour PR, was that there wasn't enough done for promotion. Yes, on talk shows there was enough done for promotion, but the logos are the same. Everybody's videos looks the same with the thumbnails and stuff. I just wanted to create something special for each and every one of you, and I like to believe that I did that. Disney did a fabulous job with this tour. It brought me back to the days when I used to watch the Miley Cyrus, Jonas Brothers, Hannah Montana Best of Both Worlds tour, and that was all the way back in 2008. That wasn't yesterday. I remember how much publicity that received, how much PR that got, how many great reviews that got. Now, I know Miley received her fair share of criticism, but I really do think that Kylie Cantrell is a far stronger performer than what Miley Cyrus ever was. Now, I know Miley can sing anything. You can give Miley Cyrus a song from scratch, and she can do such a beautiful job with it. But I think that Kylie Cantrell is such a far more stronger performer than what she ever was. I think Ruby is a far more stronger performer than what she was. And I think Dove Cameron is a way more stronger performer than what she is. And you got that from some of the late night talk show performances she did of her new song, Too Much. Videos of that on YouTube are just absolutely mind-blowing, and I love seeing the photos of the stars of the Worlds Collide Tour together, and I really love seeing photos of Ruby and Kylie together. I can't seem to get enough of that. I always watch this one video where they attended a dance class with a bunch of students, and they taught them the dance routine for Life is Sweeter When You Are, and the emotion that I saw from Kylie and Ruby and how they were sweating, having so much fun, just proved to me how strong they were, and what I've been saying all along proved that to be true, because they don't have to go out of their way to do that. They can refuse opportunities to perform in front of you, but every single chance and opportunity they get, they take themselves up on the chance to do that, because they like to instill in your minds that every dream is possible. And I really appreciate how Kylie said in the opening statement she gave at the Worlds Collide Tour that every dream is possible, no matter what that dream is. So it gave me incentive and initiative to believe that Kylie may have a chance of actually watch one of my videos, and I just want to say thank you, Kylie, for spreading my message of kindness as much as what you have. This Worlds Collide Tour was phenomenal. It's a 5-star production, hands down, and every parent has something to be proud of having their child experience this. And for those of you who never got a chance to experience it live, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure there is a second Descendants and Zombies Worlds Collide Tour, especially if I get in as the producer of this one. Kimmy Gatewood will be producing Descendants 5, Wicked Wonderland, apart from Jennifer Fang, who produced Descendants 4, The Rise of Red, and then, of course, Kenny Ortega producing the original movies, Descendants 1 through 3 from 2015 to 2019. I think that everybody's favorites will be the original VKs, Dove Cameron, Sophia Carson, for their gowns, for their sexy image, if you would. Sex appeal has been a really big thing for the Descendants franchise, no matter if anybody chooses to admit to it or not. And I think that the stars of the original Descendants franchise are really just figuring that out now because of the different image they're having since getting away from Disney. I know Dove Cameron's tried to desperately leave her Disney past behind her. I don't know how I feel about that, because no matter how much you try to leave your Disney past behind you, you always return to that. We got that from Miley Cyrus saying she wanted to do something to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana, which won't happen until 2026. That's just next year. But you can never leave your Disney past behind you, and you will always return, no matter how many times you say you're trying to desperately leave your past behind you. Dove Cameron will go back to Descendants. She will commemorate it somehow by the time we see the 20th anniversary of Descendants, which isn't that far off. It's only 10 years, and before you know it, 10 years will be up. But I think that we could see a collaboration between the stars of the present and the stars of the past. I would love to see Kylie work with Dove. I would love to see Malia work with Ruby. I would love to see Malia work with Sophia. There are a lot of things that could happen because of the past colliding with the present, and I think that is an incredible opportunity to create. And I say this because there are so many more characters that have yet to premiere in the Descendants franchise. Sons and Daughters of Hercules, Sons and Daughters of the Little Mermaid, even characters from Toy Story, Frozen, Encanto, The Emperor's New Groove. So many unbelievable characters that I think would have so much to offer to the Descendants franchise that are just being forgotten about. So many forgotten characters that have seemingly got lost in all the excitement of Descendants, and I think we still have a long way to go with this, which is why you should never believe that this story is far from over, because you didn't think this was the end of the story now, did you? Because this story is far from over, and as far as Red goes, she'll find her light. I would love to be a guy who had the role of a script and, would be able to say the line, look Kylie Control right in the eyes and say, "Don't worry, Red, you'll find your light. Never leave me, Ruby. Please don't ever leave me." I think I have this really beautiful voice, and I think that I could lend something to the Descendants franchise that would be absolutely spectacular, and I think a lot of people would love me for it. But in order for that to happen, I know, in order for me to be the announcer of the Kingdom Cup games, which will happen next year, and be the real, let me see if I can do this, voice of Descendants and Zombies, and do the introductions, you girls would have to hit the subscribe button a lot more than you have been recently. But I know, you get lost in these Descendants videos, and some of you forget to hit the subscribe button, but I would love to see somebody hit the subscribe button, because it would go a long way in making this YouTube channel that much stronger. To be honest with you, I love creating these videos for you. When I first found this house, I thought it was the perfect location to shoot these videos. I love creating these videos, and there is no better feeling in the world that I get when somebody hits the like button or subscribe button, because it lets me know that you love the videos. It's almost like you say, "Hey Jonathan, I love your videos. I love Descendants because of this reason. I love it so much." And people leave it for me in the comments all the time when they say they love Descendants, and that makes these videos all worth it. It's an incredible feeling when somebody just feels inspired by my videos, wants to become stronger because of their favorite Descendants and Zombies stars. And I really don't see anything wrong with that, because I think the more of a positive message you can relay to somebody, the better their life is going to be, and the better, review they're going to give themselves. Every time you look at yourself in the mirror, I must say you probably are under a lot of pressure. And I just wanted to alleviate that pressure from you, because you see yourself through the eyes of these stars, and you probably wish you were like them, but I think you're a beautiful person inside and out, and a girl really doesn't understand her worth or her value because she's just trying to figure out her life. And when you're older, you'll understand what I'm saying, because there is so much value to a girl's presence in life, especially for a guy who can't make sense of his own life, because guys are just really idiots taking up space in a world that really makes no sense. Because all a girl ever wants is to stop someone from crying, take away their pain. I've had that said to me many times over the years. And, I think that guys just make a whole lot of mistakes that they don't ever admit to because they want to be flawless. They just want to come off as perfect. And I think, point being, girls just make a whole lot of sense. I'm going to shut up now before a bunch of girls hit my subscribe button, but that's the reality of life and what we're faced with. But hands down, the Worlds Collide Tour inspired a lot of people. You guys have a reason to be excited for 2026, and I never ever wanted to take that away from you, because there are a lot of YouTube creators out there that will be reviewing Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, and they're going to find the negative of the negative to say about this. They're just going to watch the movie with the purpose The sole purpose put behind it to find something negative to talk about, and they won't say anything nice about it at all because they didn't like this about the movie. They didn't like that about the movie. What is the point of that? People have been criticizing Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires ever since the premiere, and that was over 2 weeks ago. So they're going to do the same thing with Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland in 2026, no matter if it's released in the summer, no matter if it's released in the fall. I would go for a fall premiere or September premiere. The latest Descendants movies ever premiered was August of 2019. That was August 2nd, 2019. So I'd go for a fall or even a holiday premiere. I'd love to see a Descendants movie premiere around the holidays, but they usually have something special for the holidays, either a Disney castle performance or a music video like they did last year. Red Christmas was beautiful. But I think these two franchises never have enough nice things said about it, never are given enough credit, and I just wanted to give that to you. I just wanted to bestow that on the franchise, and thanks to all of you girls making me famous overnight, I was able to do that, and honestly, this has been an honor and an experience that I will never, ever forget. So what do you say we take this opportunity to go spread some kindness and show somebody kindness who hasn't seen that today, because I know there's somebody out there watching this video probably you haven't heard from in a long time, who just wants to hear the words, I love you. If you're wondering if I love the Worlds Collide tour, oh, I really did. And I think that these stars have a very probable future ahead for them and in store. And I'm excited for them, and I'm excited to cover it. Because there's nothing else in the world I'd rather be talking about, or anything else I'd rather be in love with, than the Descendants and Zombies niches, who have been incredibly supportive and have made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, which I can't thank you enough for. Thank you for having made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies, if I didn't say it earlier. And Ruby, I want you to know that everything is going to be okay. And I want you, watching this video, to know that no matter what you can't make sense of in life and whatever you may be going through, just know everything is going to be okay, alright? Because the reason for that is because it has to be. We're put on this earth to help one another, and if we can't do that, well then, our purpose really is never fulfilled. Be kind to one another. Bye, YouTube. I'm going to get out of here before the zombies come to get me, and I got to get them before they get me, because I haven't bolted my windows or doors shut here lately, and I probably should do that and prepare for the inevitable, which is a zombie apocalypse, and I got to get them before they get us. But until tomorrow, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I love you so much. Bye, YouTube. Be kind to one another, and I will see you tomorrow morning.